And go.
Thank you, Minister Winde, for speaking with us. We have a couple of questions we'd like to ask.
Sure.
You've been out in Betty's Bay, you've been through Harold Porter. What's your message to the residents of Betty's Bay, to the residents of Overstraat, of what you've seen?
Well, first of all, I drive through and see the devastation. It's like deja vu. So we just, at the end of last year, had the same thing in the Southern Cape again. And then, of course, a year and a half ago, we had the same in Knysna. One thing about fire is it doesn't choose. It always gets me the randomness of it. A wooden house standing in the middle of this burnt area and brick houses disappeared. But really what I saw is devastation again. It is what climate change is delivering to us. The risks are there. I'm the Premier candidate for the DA going forward in this election, and I've been choosing one of those areas that I would like to focus on, and resilience is a big issue for me. Are we resilient? A fire starts in Silvertown in Khayelitsha and 1,000 shacks or 1,000 homes are disappeared, within an hour. People, everything that they own in the world is gone. I know exactly personally what it's like because it happened to my own family in the last fires. But we're not resilient enough, and we've got to do a lot of work around building that resilience. That means the alien management. That means understanding climate change is bringing change, bringing a different environment. And fires, floods, all of these things are going to impact us differently. But I think right now what I saw is what I see every time. The South Africanness that comes out. Obviously there's the officials that do their work. There are those volunteers that do their work, and that's amazing. It always blows me how volunteers get involved and do such amazing things. Our firefighters are there day and night. But then what happens is civil society stands up, comes out of nowhere, and starts supporting, bringing food, helping people who've lost things. That South Africanness is really special for me, and I want to thank every single person in this region who just stood up and did their little bit. They don't do it for recognition. They don't want their name in lights. They just come around, drop stuff off, go and help, do whatever's necessary. And that's really great to see, and thank you very much to everyone that's been involved.
There's a lot of moves afoot now, even on a national level, that we just need to ban fireworks in this country totally. What's the DA's position?
Okay, so I see it, we've tried to manage it in our municipalities, certain areas. Quite frankly, I think with the answer to the previous question on resilience and the environment we find ourselves in, I am more and more inclined to agree that it should be just a total ban. It is a difficulty because, you think about us competing as a venue when it comes to Australia versus Sydney versus Cape Town, and New Year celebrations versus London, and what do you think about? You think of those fireworks. But then we've got to rethink it to say, well, what else can we be showing the world that looks maybe a little differently? But so quite frankly, right now, I say that I agree that it's got to be, that I would look at the process to say, how do we ban it? And of course, this is not actually fireworks, this is a flare. I think that's even worse. Yeah. I used to be a volunteer with NSRI for 10 years or so, and the worst time is around New Year when people are blasting off their old flares, thinking it's just great for celebration. What happens if someone's in trouble? And so it is also a big issue, and I think that's even more so. The fireworks banning is one discussion, but actually false alarms, because letting off a flare is a false alarm. It's like pushing the SOS button. Totally unacceptable. We need to find a different way on how to deal with that. But of course, that perpetrator has been arrested. There will be a legal process that follows. But we must understand that we live in a severely impacted area from climate change. We've gone through many years of serious drought. Parts of our province are still in very deep drought and in deep trouble. Society needs to think differently.
There's also been some criticism that while the municipality here did a great job about telling people that fireworks would not banned, including flares and Chinese lanterns, that the penalties were not big enough of a deterrent, and so people didn't take it seriously. Is there more that municipalities can do at the local level to really get that message across so that people know how serious this is?
So, I suppose penalties could be increased, but I'm becoming more and more convinced that we have to do other things. Behavioral change science tells me that we've got to do other things. We know what the penalties are for doing a whole lot of things to ourselves, and we know that they are long-term effects and death, but we still do them. So, I think we've got to find other ways penalties could be one of the tools, but we've also got to look at other ways. It's got to be an education process. It's got to be a civil society responsibility process. So but I'm happy also to be involved in that kind of discussion. We need to get to the stage where people say, hang on a second, it's not the done thing. You know, in South Africa, when we became a democracy, I think about business people prior to the democracy. It was people would brag about stealing from the taxman. Then we became a new democracy. We got proud of SARS. I mean, they take our money, but we were proud of it. And it was just not the done thing. So we need that kind of behavioural change. We need people to say, hang on a second, it's not, what are you doing with this stuff? It's just not the done thing. And that's a bit more complex, but I think you've got to do the two together.